Hi Cubs, for those that don't know, I'm Mang from First Woodman Co. And today we're going to be covering a little bit about how to light your Swedish log fire torches. If you're coming to the virtual camp this weekend, you might already have your fire log delivered. Hopefully you're keeping it safe and dry somewhere. Now before we get to the fun of the fire lighting, a little bit of safety. You're going to need to put your fire log on something that can cope with flames potentially dropping down the side. It's good to have some sturdy gloves at hand in case you need to move your fire log, and a big bucket of water in case you need to put your fire log out. These fire logs could potentially burn for a couple of hours, so you need to bear that in mind as well. We're going to cover a few different methods on how to light the fire log. The first one here is all natural. We've got some beech bark and some silver birch bark. That's a really good fire lighter. It's important though that you don't go stripping that off live trees because you can sometimes damage the tree. And all I've done here is I've poked the bark down the little chainsaw cuts so there's plenty of it in there. Method number two is for those of you that are stuck at home that can't get out, that might be struggling to find things to light your fire with. This is some wax crayons, paper coated wax crayons. I've torn the paper coating to give a little bit of something to light, and that will hopefully burn like a candle. We'll see if that works. Going back to a more natural theme, this one is little twigs and some wood shavings. The wood shavings should be nice and easy to light, so I've crammed them in, and the twigs should burn a little bit longer, and hopefully that's enough to get the log going. Here I've got some natural twine. Some of you might have used this with a ferro rod for lighting it. If you fluff up the ends, it's really good for fire lighting, it'll take a spark. But they've been dipped in wax, and the wax will make that burn, again, like a candle. So in this one, I've put 3 of them crisscrossing all the way through the bottom. That should be a really good one. You can do similar with cardboard. If you soak corrugated cardboard in wax, you can put that in the crosses, that will burn really well. This is one of Derek's firelighters that Sam the Scout made with Derek. It's a tin filled with corrugated cardboard, filled up with wax. That's a candle that you can light, burn, put out, light again. That's great for fire lighting in bad conditions. And then we've gone the no fail route. This is firelighters crushed up small and poked in the holes. The firelighters I've got are quite brittle. It's hard to slice them into nice neat slices and poke them in so they're more sort of crumbled. And they smell a little bit, so it's a surefire way to get the fire going. But if you're going to be cooking s'mores on that, you need to let the firelighters burn off, or your s'mores will taste of chemicals, and we don't want that. You need something to light your fire with. I've got some matches. I've also got a longer torch, a little lighter thing, and you're going to need some parental supervision. It's really important that you've got some parents watching because fire can be dangerous, so you need a responsible adult about. Sahi's behind the camera at the moment, and she's today's responsible adult in our household. So let's get started with a bit of fire lighting fun and see how it all goes. The birch bark is quite an oily bark, so you get a little bit of smoke coming off it, but when the bark finishes burning, that should subside. And if you poke the bark too tightly in, it won't light. I've moved somewhere a bit sheltered. The wind was proving a bit of a challenge, so let's give this another bash. Let's start with the easy one. So we have success on that one. Really surprising that. Once it started to burn, the wind actually helps oxygenate it and give them flames. These last two weren't keen to light. I might have shoved the wood shavings and the silver birch in a bit too tightly. Normally wood shavings and silver birch never fail to give me a decent fire, but today they're not playing ball. But you get the idea, so I'm going to extinguish these now and we can save the logs for another time. When the logs are extinguished, they'll still need to be somewhere that's fire safe. The logs are going to be quite hot. These are still hot to the touch, and these haven't been burning for very long. So keep them somewhere safe and enjoy, when they're cool, the pretty patterns that you get from where the wood has burned.